Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, as you can see. I'm going to be going over a new content management system that I had the crazy idea that I'm going to build, and well, no time like the present to build one. This is Digital Shopfront, and just with today's video, we're just going to go through some of the designs for the admin side that I've been working on, and then sort of every other week, I'll have like a short video going over the progress I've made on it, because I'm really wanting to build this in public. So with that said, let's jump right into it. Here is the dashboard view. Something sort of like with a lot of my designs in Figma, sometimes they don't look, or like what I have here isn't exactly what it's going to look like when it's done. I've actually already started to build this out, and it's already started to look better with what I'm building than what it looks like here in the designs. That's just how it is with me. So the designs, the final product will look better than this, but this is I built this to really help me get a better idea of what it's going to look like, and hopefully give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So this is a simple dashboard. This will be completely customizable by the user, to have analytics, e-commerce, marketing stuff, whatever they want. You'd be able to add in a bunch of different widgets here, and then order it to be like you want, color it how you would like it to be, all that sorts of fun stuff. To really help give you an idea or a better idea of what's happening on your website and with your business right here in the dashboard. Next up, we have settings. This will be pretty simple, tabbed out, different sections. Then, of course, you have to have a user section, and like admin users would be able to see a list of users, and then everybody will be able to edit their profile, and admins will be able to edit users. Pretty straightforward. Then we start to get into the content, and we have like a sort of a pages listing over here. And then jumping in to sort of the edit page, and then as we'll see, the edit post. Trying something a little bit different. I do come from the WordPress world, so that's just kind of where if what you've seen so far looks a little WordPressy, that's probably why. But this is really sort of where I'm making a change from that. What I'm gonna try and do is sort of, we have a sort of this edit page here. We have a screen here where we can put in an excerpt, a featured image, some page attributes, and then we also have tabs for SEO, custom fields, analytics, other things can go here as well. And then instead of having the sort of the content editor right in here to make it too busy, like what we have with the Gutenberg or the block editor in WordPress, this button here will open it up. We'll open up sort of the visual page editor. And something I might try, haven't thought through it a whole lot, and maybe if people want it more, is to have just a basic WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get editor, sort of like the classic editor in WordPress here. You can just, if you need just a page that just says content, you don't need anything else, you can just add that here, or you can open up the visual editor. I haven't quite decided. I mean, I'm just kind of starting this, so that's something I'm thinking about down the road. But that's the edit page. Blog post is basically the same thing, except that we just add in taxonomies like categories, tags, those sorts of things. It's basically similar, except you can add tags and you can add categories or other taxonomies that you want to add, which, as you'll, I believe, see in a little bit, will be something that you can add, not having to worry about any code, because that's really my main focus, is making sure with this, a small business owner can come in, they can create their website, there will be an onboarding flow eventually, that basically walks you through creating hopefully at least 80% of your website by the time you're done, and then points you in the right direction to finish that last 20%. Really just to make it easy for someone to create a website who may not have website building experience before, and to also make it open source, a way for someone to own their own content versus Wix Squarespaces of the world. And media, of course, it'll be a pretty simple media library. Again, it looks similar to WordPress, although hopefully I'm going to be able to add in better filtering and searching options than what you have with WordPress right now. Extensions or plugins be really simple. You'll be able to see them all in one screen and then upload or add extensions. And then similar with themes and the design. You'll also be able to add in custom content types. So you'd be able to add in, if you want to have photo gallery, you could be able to add photo gallery content type. And you'd be able to add in the different fields that go with it, what it supports, the permissions, or like what user roles can add or edit or any of that. And then maybe some advanced options for the content type, and then it's basically similar for the taxonomy. And then hopefully something that I'm hopefully going to make better than WordPress is sort of like the emails, and users being able to design and format their emails better. This would be sort of like the listing, and this would list all the different email types that can get sent out. Like a new user registration, activate account, someone made a comment, notification to the site owner, those sorts of things. And then we'll get to the visual editor here in a bit. But you'd be able to use that visual editor to build out the emails. Although I do know emails are a pain in the butt to style, but sometimes I don't know any better and I like to challenge myself, so that'll be fun. And you'll probably see me just get completely frustrated with it. Next up, forms. Hopefully have a pretty simple form builder that can hopefully eventually do a lot of things. Kind of similar to similar-ish functionality to like Gravity Forms, which I've used a lot with WordPress. But hopefully it'll be pretty simple for users to be able to create their own forms. And then sort of a site editor. This part definitely won't look like the WordPress site editor. Although maybe there's like sort of some of the same ideas behind it, but definitely the visual look will be a little bit different. For example, I just do in sample fields here. This won't be exactly right, but having a screen for sort of the global styles and sort of a simplified look and feel to it. And it's easy to know where to go for different things. Less icons, more text. Because that's one of the things I don't like about the WordPress site editor at the moment. And then be able to do patterns, template parts and templates, using the visual editor. And then editing should hopefully be fairly simple. And then finally, just looking at the visual editor a little bit deeper. It looks similar to the WordPress site editor, except hopefully my biggest focus is adding more options and making it more usable and easy to use versus the block editor in WordPress, because that's one of the problems that people mention a lot. And I get it. I've worked with it a lot, so it's kind of like second nature for me, but people have very legitimate complaints. But you'd be able to add blocks, add layouts, and look at the different layers over here. Basically pretty similar to what you're seeing here with Figma, basically. And then the styling and options would be over here for each of the different blocks. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what I've got with the admin side for Digital Shopfront. As I mentioned, I've already started building it. And sort of every 2 weeks, I'm going to be giving updates on what I built in those previous 2 weeks to really build this out in public. And hopefully at some point, once I get further down the road, I'll probably make the GitLab repository public so you can actually see the code. I'm not quite comfortable with that quite yet. But be sure to subscribe here to see, obviously see the progress that I make with this, as well as to see more videos on web development and web design. And well, that's it for today. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.